Hey everybody, it's Ernest. It's time to start blogging again. This time I've decided to direct my video blogs towards various things that I am interested in. Right now I'm doing a yoga teacher training with the Yoga Sanctuary in downtown Toronto. So for 8 of our classes, they have to be observations where you sit and watch a teacher as they instruct a yoga course, and you do a report. Your report can be any format.
So I decided why not start blogging again.
The first class that I did was with one of my favorite instructors, Rosie. I've been taking her Ashtanga class either Tuesday or Thursday nights at the college location, Yonge College in downtown Toronto, for probably more than 2 years, probably close to 3 years now, and I keep coming back. One of the first things that I noticed while I was sitting and observing Rosie's class was that it's really great how she will start off in a modified version of a pose and really focus on making sure that it is low to no stress on your body, especially because a lot of beginners come to her class. And she really creates a positive environment with the language she uses to let you know that whether you're a beginner, whether you've been practicing for years, or maybe you're normally flexible or you're not, it doesn't matter. Listen to your body and see how this pose feels. Then she'll open up and say if you'd like to challenge yourself, or if this feels good and you'd like to try something a little bit more advanced, then she'll take you through those steps. I think this and her approach to going about the Ashtanga practice is a really safe way for you to not only get to begin experiencing yoga or continue experiencing yoga, but also to really stay connected with your body. The word mindful, and she's talking about listening to your body as you are in a pose or you are coming to a pose, and trying to see sort of what is engaged and what is too intense. So if you go into a pose and say it's a forward bend and you feel maybe your hamstrings or your back feeling tight, and there's a point where this is good and you're stretching, and there's a point where it's overly intense and you might not be doing your body good. She creates cues throughout the practice to tell yourself to check in and say, oh, how does this feel? Instead of looking around and seeing where everyone else is at, sort of look inward and listen to what your body is telling you. And she really encourages you to understand that you don't need to go as far, and that you should really be taking the time to doing what's best for your body, and your body will tell you this. And that's what she means when she says be mindful. I think this is a great word to throw into a practice, and it's something that I really connected to, and it's one of the reasons why I enjoy the class so much. Another reason that I enjoy Rosie's classes so much is that before getting into a pose, she already knows what cues to suggest for people who might have certain physical restrictions, either just because of that day or lifelong injuries. So as you're going into the pose, you already know that if you're feeling something, you have an idea of how to change things up, or certain suggestions that will fit a large number of people. Obviously, everybody's body's different, and you might need something else. But I just feel really comfortable going into a pose knowing that if something doesn't feel good, I already have in mind how to change it, how to possibly make the pose more comfortable, and therefore get a more benefit out of that pose. Probably my favorite part about going to Rosie's yoga classes is her voice. And it's because when you're in a pose and you aren't necessarily looking at the front and watching Rosie instruct, you can hear her smiling in her voice. And I think this is great. She also laughs quite a bit and brings a lightness to the practice, and I find a lot of us concentrate, especially in balance poses or maybe in boat pose when you're doing a bit of core work, reminding you to smile. You can hear it in her voice that she really is having fun, and she reminds you to sort of find that balance of engaging and finding your real mental focus and drive to become better at every pose you're doing and finding that connection to your practice, but also just having fun and really finding the joy in what you're doing. And this really shines through pretty much from start to finish, even as she is guiding you through Shavasana and she's taking you through your relaxation. You just find this sort of calming and yet happiness. And to me, this is something that is really hard to teach, but I wish that a lot of people could bring that into their practice, because it's something that I enjoy very thoroughly, and it's one of the biggest reasons that I will continually seek out Rosie as a yoga instructor and continue to go to her Ashtanga Level 1 classes. Obviously, I could make an hour-long video about all the different unique things that Rosie does and specific poses and specific cues that make her class so enjoyable, but I really wanted to focus on the overall experience and some of just the key few things that I see in her classes and her style of teaching, mostly, for this report. Next report, who knows, I might get into different things and about more asana-specific things that some teachers do. But for now, that's that, and hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you soon.